So, good morning, everybody. Hi, my name is Björn. I'm co-CEO at Resolution. And like every Tuesday and Thursday, we are streaming our marketing daily scrum or daily stand-up meeting. Call it whatever you want. And before we discussing 10 minutes a topic from the Agile universe, what we found interesting and which fits to meetings, stand-up meetings, and Agile ceremonies and so on. When you are searching for a tool to structure your stand-up meetings better, check out the Atlassian Marketplace. NASA, not another stand-up ad. I have it also on the shirt today. And yeah, give it a try. Okay, let's start into the topic. The topic today is my stand-up sucks. What now? And that's a super interesting topic because a lot of teams, a lot of people and organizations simply accept bad meetings, bad dailies, bad stand-up meetings. Why? Please put it in the comments. Why are you accepting this? It needs to be changed. And I found a super interesting Reddit post. And let me share this Reddit post with you. Let me share my screen. Here we go. So I found this Reddit post, and here is the question. Okay, removing daily stand-ups. So the person is talking about bad experience in stand-ups and so on. It's a little bit waste of time, and he's asking the question if somebody has experienced what happens when they remove the daily stand-up. And the post is relatively long. So when you scroll down, like a classic Reddit one, so more comments. As you can see, it's a super long post. But there are a lot of interesting things in it. So, first of all, I figured out that when you read all the comments, you can group the people in minimum two groups. You can put some more groups, but there's one group who's saying, okay, I like stand ups and I see a benefit in it. I see a personal benefit in it, or I see a benefit for the team, for the organization, for the company in it. And there is a second group which says, I don't like it. It's totally a waste of time. And when you structure a little bit, when they explain in the post why they like it or why they don't like it, there are a couple of points here which are recurring. So, one point is definitely when a discussion starts in a stand-up meeting, then it also starts to be a waste of time. Because a discussion is very often a thing between maybe two people, maybe three people, but there are two, three more people in the stand-up. They starting to bore. And they are on some point bored to death. So that's a clear indication and relatively often mentioned. A second indication is in this post that it's also a waste of time when people just telling uninteresting content. And that's interesting in these discussions. So in smaller teams, they very often they mention, okay, we are anyway a small team. We are collaborate anyway. We seeing ourselves in the office, or we have Slack conversations and so on. Sometimes there are also comments where people explain these scenarios in bigger teams. Guys, think about it. So when everybody has one-on-ones with everybody, you're potentially talking about the same topics. Then a meeting or a daily or a good daily could be the better option. So simple count the time, how much effort it needs to collaborate, to be in sync on specific things, and count the time from everybody and then compare it with a stand-up. They also agree that it's a waste of time when it's a pure status meeting. So when they have the feeling they need to report to somebody. And that's super interesting because relatively often there's an additional flavor in it that their feeling is they don't trust us. The stakeholders, the managers, project managers, scrum masters, and so on, they don't trust us to manage our work. There's also sometimes in comment in addition, so hey, devs are anyway working on autopilot and we don't need the stuff and so on. So there are a couple of things in it here. So one point is totally agree. When a stakeholder is in the meeting, or your boss or whatever, and this person is not an included part in the daily. So means he's not answering the questions, he's not really helpful or can offer help and so on, remove him from the meeting. It makes totally no sense to destroy the nature of a good daily stand up with a stakeholder in it. So totally agree. Your boss shouldn't join when he's not an inclusive part in the team. The thing about trust, I'm not so much agree. I think it's not, or I mean, when you have a little bit the environment in your company where you have the feeling, your colleagues, your team, your boss, whatever, is not really trusting you, then it's potentially another problem. So an organizational problem and so on. But my experience is the daily helps a lot to also drive focus. So it helps me a lot to drive focus for my day, but I also understand the focus of my teammates, my colleagues, and so on. And hey, we are all humans. We are all making mistakes. We all need external input from time to time, or ideas or brainstorming or just the rubber duck effect. The dailies are perfect for that. So I'm not saying start discussions, but small comments, a small question, a small hint on something could be super useful. So means these boss way, yes, totally. When you need to talk about what is your focus today and what you have achieved yesterday and so on, is it automatically a trust thing or a not trust thing in this case? I wouldn't say no, because we need these external influence and so on. We can't live in a basement alone for weeks and working on stuff when we are included in an organization and so on. So we need these external things, external input. I said it already a couple of times. So means try, and this is a little bit the shout out to scrum masters, project managers, product owners, and so on. So when your team has a feeling that you control them, then there's definitely something broken. And that's also in this Reddit post, on a lot of comments that everybody is part of the meeting and everybody can make this meeting successful or unsuccessful. But it's definitely an important point from the Scrum Master, PM, whoever leads the meeting, to give the right structure to the meeting and also the right flavor. So, funny wise, they always discussing to dropping the stand-ups. I mean, it is the initial question here, but not a lot of people proposing here to fix specific things. There are a couple of comments in it. Hey, we fixed it in our company on X, Y, that way, or this way, and so on. But most people asking here the questions or try to answer the questions, is it worth to having stand-ups or should I drop it? And here, relatively clear for me, try to fix it first. And that's also interesting in this article. A lot of people sharing here their experience with asynchronous stand-ups, Slack channels, and so on. Some people like it, but there are more people who are saying, okay, that's also a waste of time, because I'm not really sure if people really reading it. Some organizations also said, okay, we don't have a stand-up channel in Slack or something like that. We have a question channel. So when it needs a separate channel for questions, is potentially your collaboration anyway somehow broken. I don't know what your other channel names are, but we have questions in every channel. More based on the topic. There is a marketing channel, there is a channel for the products and so on. There are project channels, but it's always about sharing something or asking a question and try to getting feedback, input, or whatever. That's collaboration. So when you need a separate collaboration channel on a collaboration tool, then potentially something is already a little bit broken and should be improved. So how to fix it now? I know it's difficult for organizations to do a change. So, I mean, you can fix really, really bad stand-ups with just removing them. But I personally think it's not a good fix. I personally think, and that's what I will share again after the stream here. We summarized a little bit what is important for a healthy and for a good stand-up. So first of all, start to think about that your content is interesting. So be interesting. Bring your own discipline somehow. Prepare your update, that you're not ending up in, oh yeah, I think I did this and a little bit that and so on. And please, Scrum Masters, project managers and so on, give it a structure and keep the structure. Stand-up shouldn't run 45 minutes. It's definitely too long. So, and also here, bring your own discipline. Try to stay with the structure. Give it an audio stream and a visual stream. Then people can adopt much easier the content. And to all attendees, please engage with the other guys. Ask questions. Ask for, hey, can you explain it a little bit more in a deep dive session, and so on. And also hand raising when you can help, when you have experience with a specific problem or you have a shortcut for a colleague and so on. Active listening, not just waiting for your update. So means active listening and engaging is a really, really important part. And please, yes, address blocks. So means move the boss out of the meeting and then address your blockers. We all do mistakes. There are always blockers, especially in software development. We all know the last 20% take 80% of the time, mostly because of blockers or unforeseeable things and so on. And also share knowledge when you have figured out yesterday something cool, which could be helpful for the whole team and so on. Simple collaborate on a good way. And then you're on a really, really good way to fix the stand-up. And my personal opinion is I always like when I get feedback from my team when something is broken. And I know there in a lot of organizations, there are barriers for it and so on. But hey, schedule a meeting with the person who's leading your stand-ups and so on. Give them feedback that they are maybe broken and propose some changes. Maybe not a complete dramatic change immediately, but try some new things and definitely stop to doing in this situation where my stand-up sucks, but I simply accept it and I'm doing it. Because it was interesting in the article again, people stuck since years in bad stand-ups and we all accept it in organizations. Okay, now I need to prepare my stand-up. I talked already a little bit too long. So let me change this here quickly. So I prepared already a little bit with our copy and paste functionality in our NASA Not Another Stand-Up app. So yesterday, relatively productive day for me, but I did a lot of things which I haven't planned. So it means I moved already some stuff out, what I need to do. Definitely this one here is done. So what I'm doing here quickly, preparing my stuff. And I know that Steffi has a follow-up task for it. So let me add here the download link for the footage. And now I quickly need to create 2 tasks for Steffi, but not here. I need to create them on a different place. Okay, so what's my plan today? Today is a super interesting meeting. You can also join if you want. There is an ACE meeting in Italy. It's a virtual one. So ACE Italy. I checked already the football schedule. It's not conflicting with the Italy football game. So that's one meeting. I have another meeting with Reimer about the NASA survey. With Reimer. And I have another one, not so many meetings today, but it's an extra fresh sales meeting like every Thursday. But this helps that people, my team knows, okay, he's busy at this time, the meeting happens, and so on. So I want to do, I need to do the stuff what I have started yesterday and haven't finished. So I need to review this video here. I need to do definitely the CRM tasks, post-production, also this one again. I know this will conflict a little bit with football games today, but it is what it is. And I think that's enough. Here, interesting point is at Steffi, I will do it direct after stand-up. So then Steffi knows, okay, stand-up is at 10, 10:15, potentially finished at 10:45 and so on. Good. Okay. So then any new stuff or do I need something from somebody? Yes, definitely. So Steffi can start with the post-production for our new Monday.com tutorial. Let me copy this here. I leave the story points to her. Steffi. Come on. So this one, and I need a second one because we also recorded a HubSpot tutorial. Do it a little bit dirty. I do it later. Now I forgot to create an issue out of it. Let's do it again. Steffi points, not story points. Steffi points. So here we go. A little bit quick and dirty. Normally I should do it a little bit more cleaner. I add the download link for the footage later, but I see the team is already waiting. I'm already 2 minutes late. So I'm super happy. Sun is shining. And let's join the lobby and let's leave them in. Hello, 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 hello.
Morning.
Morning.
I have to say, I heard my name way too often in the morning already.
Did you feel nervous?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah. Because
Why?
you said a lot of times, Steffi has to do this, Steffi needs to do this.
Yeah. And I invented a new custom field in Jira. So the Steffi points, not the story points. We call it Steffi points.
I also heard that. I'm excited.
So means you can define if you want to have also the Fibonacci stuff, or if you want to have other way of counting your Steffi points.
I think another way.
Okay, cool. You can come up with a new funny solution.
With a new algorithm, yeah.
Exactly. So good. How are you? You're fine. So we saw Freddy is now proper sick. So since yesterday, it was already an early indicator that she's getting sick. So she's proper sick. Okay, hopefully she's getting well relatively soon. And Jan has a parallel meeting. Means we can start, or?
Let's get going.
Yes.
Good. Okay, let me share my screen. Boom. Here we are. So I had yesterday a super productive day, but I worked on a lot of things which were not on the plan. So means I missed some things what I have planned. But I worked on these things here on the video storage and so on, but I still need to finish it. So plan is today. I had a good meeting with Toby about code reviews and so on. So we will come up with a smaller change in our team week in Italy. And I had a long meeting about the question-based stand-up with the NASA team, but Ira is now designing the new designs and so on. And then we will also share it if you like it or not. Hopefully you like it. So meetings today in the afternoon around, I think it's starting 4:45 is ACE Italy. So if you want to join, it's again the use cases from the Beyond Team Tour. Then Raime, we have our meeting. Thanks for moving it to 11. And I have the extra fresh sales meeting and then the tasks from yesterday. And Steffi, I managed to upload the 360 gigabyte of video footage. I will put the link to the footage in the tasks for you. Good.
So yesterday was not as productive as I would like to because of a doctor appointment in the afternoon. Yesterday I was working on the customization of Zoho canvas, and today I would like to continue to do a little bit more of this if I have the possibility. And today I will have 2 meetings. One is with Catworks Spain, and the other one is with Julia about Partner Tour Europe. And I would also need some input from Jaime and Bjorn, potentially Tian at later stage. It's about Catworks Partner Network. So Catworks has got a partner page where they allow vendors like us to provide information about our apps directly on their website. You can publish theoretically everything if you like on that the apps that you have there. So the question is, what do we want it to have there, and what
Let's put our
really...
focus apps on it. Focus apps, which we discussed also with Catworks. So means NASA out of office language translation, the user management ones, and potentially Umano. The stuff what you have already on one slide.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool. But and then the input from Jaime is for the Spanish meeting that you need to learn Spanish for the meeting, or?
No, it's about I will need to show Jaime because we need to prepare lots of information there because it's a lot of place. It's like a marketplace page.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Maybe let's move this point to our Tuesday meeting next week. That you put it on the agenda.
I'm not there on Tuesday.
Yeah. Then put it on the agenda, and then we can discuss it without you.
Yeah.
So
okay. All right.
then you're getting a solution when you're back from vacation.
Super.
Cool. Thanks, Steffi.
I finished the Easy Agile video. I need the review from your side for the refined video. I also started the post-production of the last video for Umano. Waiting for a slide deck from Chris Boyce. And today I'm going to have with Chan a meeting about Capable, about the new task I'm supposed to do. I wrote your question in Slack, Björn. Maybe you can read it later that day and give me an answer. And
I will do.
Yeah, today I want to finish the Umano video. So this whole Umano thing, post-production, will stop for today or for the near future, and I can focus on other projects.
It's not stopping. Is it done? It's done.
It's done for now.
Technically done. Okay, good.
Yeah, we will pause. We will pause all the other videos.
Okay.
And yeah, as I heard, you already have the recordings for Monday.com and HubSpot. I saw that you created new tasks, but we already had one for the Monday.com.
Okay, then I will delete then after the meeting my only Monday.com is double?
Yes.
Okay, good. Then I will delete it and I will put the information in the other task.
I will send it to you. Yeah.
Yeah, I see it here.
One.
It's
oh yeah, right.
Here.
True.
I have it here.
Smart tool.
Yeah, it's not so bad, these stand-up tool, or? Cool, perfect. Thank you. Rico.
Yesterday I was pretty busy and stuff, updating and so on. And
oh, your microphone is bad today.
It's my very new headset.
Well, it's
not working, Rico.
World War I radio.
I asked for a new headset. I got a new headset.
No, still not working.
From 1919.
It's a layer 8 problem, I think.
I think the astronauts on the Apollo 11 mission had better headsets as this one.
Well, then we need to talk
hey,
to Sadie. Oh.
Hi, Rico. How are you? How's it going?
Is it better now?
No, not really. There's
okay, hold on.
Just turn it off.
I'm going to go to the old wire.
Oh my god.
Houston,
good, then,
we have a problem here.
Let's move to Jaime when Rico's fixing the headset.
Okay, so yeah, had a couple of meetings yesterday. I already discussed my point of view with Christiana and so on. All good. Had a good meeting with Jack to discuss how I do articles with ChatGPT. Shared a couple of chats with him. And we discussed kind of how to go from the keyword research that Andres did for him to more keywords we would suggest and how to do content around those. And I will try to help him with a couple of articles or at least outlines as well in the next couple of days. Um, I did a script for the out of office video and permissions, and I hope that I can start doing the screen shares today. I may try, but my you said my microphone doesn't sound very crisp, but I may try recording my voice as well. And if it's not good enough, then you can always have a voiceover. Um, and yeah, and there's a couple of meetings today with Guideworks, with Michael for this pre-review,
Yeah.
and so on. Couple of questions at the end. Andres mentioned the Lessons Ads promo. This is very interesting. I'd like to know if we are going to discuss it or consider it. Jack wanted to also use or try Headland Studio for the articles. I think it's very good moment for him because he's going to basically create a content plan of at least like 30 articles for the next few months. And Headline Studio would be very handy for him. So I don't know if because it's so cheap and he's going to use up a lot of credits in a very short time. Perhaps it's good to have even like a monthly plan or having his own plan or something.
Yeah, I used it also yesterday for one headline, so it's not bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Should we share our login with him or encourage him to get his own or what should we do there?
I mean, for testing, we can share the login, but when we see we are running out, then he should create his own account.
Okay, let's do that initially. Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
And also, I didn't want to forget the idea that since you're getting a lot of traffic in LinkedIn with all these funny live streams that we do for NASA, we should still optimize your profile so that there's a good story around it. This is something that we should definitely do sooner rather than later.
Yeah. Yeah. Good point. Yeah. I have it also on my list. It's a good point. Yeah. Good. I put it on the follow-up list and we'll create a meeting for that.
Okay.
But definitely next week, not this week anymore.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Okay, Rico, what is your headset status?
It's the old wire now. Does it work?
Oh, amazing.
I had ordered with Frady a new headset, and then she's like, "Oh, I still have one," and I'm like, "Okay, great."
It's a vintage one, Rico. You got a vintage one from 1919.
Oh, you mean I should keep it like my iPhone 1?
I mean, there was potentially a reason why it was not used.
She's not here. She's very lucky.
Your update. Let's jump the update. You have 10 seconds.
Perfect. So did some updates on the site yesterday. Then I went into staging into trouble with the theme updates. I figured out like what it was. I need to see if this update the rest and then do it on the live site today. Then I'm meeting with Philip, and and that's the main thing. I didn't want to overload today because I ran into trouble yesterday.
Cool, perfect. Thank you very much. And Andres.
So yesterday, besides a couple of meetings, I worked on the GA4 conversion report. If you have Bjorn a couple of minutes at some point today, let me know. We can quickly check them. I created two options, and if one of them works, then I can replicate it for the rest of the apps. I also work on the ads, what we mentioned before.
Yeah.
And today I'll work on your last message regarding the excluding some geographical parts for the video ad. So I will do that and also create the ad for NASA from the one that you also mentioned yesterday, a few keywords, and I will add them.
Yeah, cool. You can set up a meeting when it fits in your schedule at 3:30.
Okay.
Or the GA4.
Yeah, that works.
Okay, cool. Okay. Perfect. So, fully on time. Thank you very much. We started a little bit later, but now we are completely in time. Perfect. Okie dokie. Then see you later in other meetings. Thanks a lot for joining. And I will set up the follow-up meetings of the stuff. And Steffi, I will immediately review the one video that that it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. See you later. Have a great one. Bye-bye.
Bye. Have a good one.